report the news that nobody has the balls to report.
Why am I the only one breaking stories like this? You can call me Uncle Turtleboy, Clarence, Aidan. I don't care what you call me.
Did you not say that you were gonna take my baby out of revenge and make him a transgender baby?
I think they don't like the things that I'm saying and they want me to stop saying them, but I'm not. I'm never gonna stop. Now, these are the kind of stories, guys, that must be told. I'm just a guy who's breaking stories and reporting news from my basement.
Hey, what's up, Turtle Riders? Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How's everybody doing tonight? Good. Excellent. Welcome to the live show, ladies and gentlemen. I am your fearless host. They call me Uncle Turtleboy around these parts. You can call me Clarence or Aidan or Dr. Turtleboy is really my preferred pronoun. So you can follow me on Twitter at Dr. Turtleboy. I do like that more because if Jill Biden's a doctor, then I am most certainly, definitely a doctor. So I've gone ahead and I've shared the link to the stream on all the social media pages that we currently run. So go ahead and like all those pages, share them up if you haven't already. If you're new here, smash that subscribe button. We did just pass the 23,000 subscriber barrier, but sometimes those go down. So let's keep going them up. So if you're new here, make sure you've smashed that subscribe button and hit the notification bell because you never know when we're going to do an impromptu live like we did last night. We did a couple impromptu lives. We briefly got into the topic that we're going to talk about tonight, but we also live streamed the Patriots second half. I broke the curse. I've been on a losing streak with the live stream, so it was nice to finally get back in the winning column. Additionally, guys, we are live streaming this on Rumble. Give me 1 sec to pull it up here. I am going to put the link to the Rumble stream where eventually one day we will be doing all of our streams from. Let's see. Are we live right now? Wait, that's not it. Tell me we're live. I think we're live. Okay, there it is. Yep. Okay, cool. I am going to put a link to the Rumble stream in the comments right now. If you have not done so already, guys, go ahead and make sure you subscribe to our Rumble channel because eventually we will be moving there. And please subscribe to our locals as well. Subscribe to everything Turtle. You never know where we're going to be next, but certainly YouTube, I think our days are numbered. I just don't trust the censorious nature of YouTube, even though the chat is really good, but I hate not having the super chat function. Rumble allows that. Freaking locals allows that. And it's really gay how they don't allow it. However, we have built our own turtle chat function at the top. You can't donate to us, but for those of you unfamiliar, super chat is a donation feature that YouTube uses, but we've been demonetized for like a year and a half now, so you can't use that with us. So, but it's cool because they take like 30 or 40%. So we just went ahead and we built our own donation feature. It's linked at the top of this, guys. It's called Turtle Chat. So if you click on that thing at the top, that brings you to a page where you can donate whatever amount of money that you want. And then when you do that, you can post a little message with it, and I will get a message notification in my email. I will bring it up on the big screen. I'll show the whole class. So that's your opportunity to, give a shout out to your boy, your dog, or maybe call somebody out that you don't like. Maybe somebody stole a story from you. Maybe somebody sold your food stamps. Maybe somebody did something really bad. That is your chance to do that. Or maybe you just want to wish somebody a Merry Christmas. You could use it for something positive. It's your Turtle Chat, so you can do whatever you want. I'm also on the Cash App at $ Uncle Turtleboy. I will get a notification on my phone if you donate that way with whatever you guys put down for a message with that. So yeah, that's how you can donate with that function. Also, guys, we got Christmas coming up. I don't know if you guys noticed that. I want to take a minute to just pimp out the Turtleboy store here. We've done a lot of work on this to make it more accessible. I'm going to link it in the comments right now. If you guys like anything from what do we got, like 11 12 more days of Christmas, something like that. So this is the new Turtleboy store here. It used to just be a smorgasbord of random shit, but we've organized it into like Santa turtle gear, back the blue gear, OG Turtle Rider gear, Turtle Club. We got Turtle Club gear in there, Sex Cult collection, Carrie T, Sex Cult gear. We got the Don't Poke the Turtle collection, various slogans, the DeSantis 2024 stuff, the Biden 1-star review stuff, non-clothing, other stuff, men's clothing, women's clothing, t-shirts, you name it. We got all on here. It's really, we put a lot of time into this. So please go and check it out. And most importantly, we got the gift card feature. We're selling gift cards now. So you can go ahead and you can get a gift card and basically they get a code, and you can print out the freaking gift card if you want. We're not going to like send it to you or anything like that. You just get it, and it's credit for the Turtleboy store. So you can get whatever you want in there. Trust me, if you give people the gift of Turtleboy on Christmas, they're going to love you very, very much. So, I think I just ordered this new shirt. I got this and I want a different color. But I got it in like 7 or 8 days. So go ahead and hit up the Turtleboy store, get some nice gear. Not only are you helping yourself out, but you're also helping support us out, because as you guys know, man, it's fucking real up in these streets. Everybody is trying to keep us from growing. Everybody's trying to keep us from living and eating and living right. And so anyway, that's where you guys can find us on there, and that's how you can support us, and that's how you can get yourself some turtle gear, folks. So, okay. On that note, I don't think if I've forgotten something, we'll get back to it, but we're just going to jump right into what's been happening here already. How many we got on Rumble? We got 16 on Rumble. Cool. Hola, Riders. Payson Puckhead is over there. Nice to see you, Payson Puckhead. Okay. So let's jump right into it, shall we? First blog up. Okay, so last night I kind of did an impromptu live talking about this, but I did a blog on it today. I do have another blog coming up. Sorry for the lack of content today. My kids had it was like the smorgasbord of Christmas. We still celebrate Christmas in central Massachusetts, at least in Worcester County. My kids had their Christmas concert at their elementary school today in the morning, so that broke up my whole morning. Just interrupts the whole day, And then my daughter had her Christmas pageant in the afternoon. So I've been working on some blogs, but they just take time. And as you know, I basically do this alone. It ain't easy, but I'm going to keep chugging along. It's just one of those things. But let's just jump right into the Jesse Waters story. Oh, I hate this fucking guy. I never liked Jesse Waters. I never liked him. He was always like Bill O'Reilly's bitch kind of, and just his smarmy little smile. He's just a little shitbag. Just don't like him. Never liked Jesse Waters. I don't really like anyone on Fox, really, besides Tucker. I don't find any of them, like, they all seem, Laura was telling me this before. They're like, why does everybody on Fox seem so plastic? And it's true. It's not like this on other networks. Like CNN, for all their faults, and MSNBC, they're not afraid to put ugly people on TV that just, like Brian Stelter, a human potato, worked there for years. Oliver Darcy, like people who look so ugly and old, and they're like 33. They all work for MSNBC, for CNN, whatever. But Fox, you have to look plastic to work at Fox. It's bizarre, especially if you're a woman too. Like some of them, like Harris Faulkner, looks like a goddamn alien. Like she's like their diversity hire at Fox. She looks like a freaking alien. Like way too much work, girl. Way too much plastic. Way too much makeup. Like, take it easy. Take it easy on the Botox there, Jesse Waters. Chill out. No, I like Gutfeld. I do like Gutfeld. I find Gutfeld good. I think he's the second best one of Fox. As far as Hannity goes, not into boomer shit, so I don't really watch Hannity. Laura Ingraham. It's like you're going to see the same shit over and over again. But this fucking guy just really pissed me off with this story. So, as you guys know, I have had some issues over the years with media outlets stealing our stories. And I actually read and reread these ones today. I don't know, which one did you guys vote for in the Turtleboy poll? About what was the most egregious example of conservative media outlets stealing our work? And the three choices I put were Andy No stealing the Michaela Miller story last year, Greg Ree, Tucker's producer, stealing the Daisha Kelly story, and Jesse Waters taking credit for saving Dedham Christmas. I voted for the Greg Ree one. I mean, they all suck. Nobody voted for that one. That's interesting. But the Andy No one and the Jesse Waters one, they all were horrible. But with that one in particular, like I sought out Andy No. I forgot how we started communications. I think I might have messaged him first. Now that I think of it, and that went on for months. That whole thing, that was bad. I reread that whole today. I'm like, man, that was fucking awful. But this one, the Greg Ree one with Tucker's producer and Daisha Kelly, like I sought them out to give them a tip because I found out he was Tucker's producer, and I like obviously it's like my dream to be on Tucker, like that'd be awesome. But this guy literally was like, this is a great story. Oh, we're definitely going to use this and blah, 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 blah. We're definitely going to cite you. And then they wrote it and then they didn't cite me. He's like, oh, I'll fix that right away. We'll get back to you in an hour. Dude blocked me. And as it turns out, he's done it before. But it's a new low here. And some people have suggested, well, maybe it's the name Turtleboy. It's like, that's unacceptable. It's like, oh, so it's okay to steal someone's work because they call their website Turtleboy. If I called myself something, our website, something gay, like Worcester Daily News, something like generic and boring, it's like, so you'll start linking me then? No, you won't. Who are you kidding? You're not going to link me. You don't care. You're just like, you're no different from CNN. You're no different from MSNBC. You're no different from any corporate controlled media outlet. You guys have each other's backs. You exist in this clique where you're the only people that matter and anybody else's work is fair game to take, and you'll just call it social media. That's what you do. But anyway, we can relive some of those stories later. But so on Tuesday, right, we became the first media outlet to last Tuesday to write about the Dedham Public Library story. I did a whole stream on it last Tuesday. I was fired up for that stream. I was wicked pissed because it's just, how long can you allow these blue-haired, door knocker in the nose, people, staples in the mouth, freaks to control our culture? And the whole war on Christmas thing, liberals love to say, oh, the war on Christmas, that's fabricated, it's made up. It's like, is it? Is it? Because you're literally declaring war on Christmas here. You're attempting to get rid of it for no fucking reason. My son comes home from school today and he's like, yeah, there's 3 holidays in December, Daddy. And Christmas, Hanukkah, and Kwanzaa. I'm like, no, Kwanzaa is not a holiday. It's made up by liberals. That's it. It's not a holidays are religious, son. Like Hanukkah and Christmas, those are religions. There's no religion that does Kwanzaa. And so we Googled it. And it's like Kwanzaa is an African-American holiday to celebrate the whatever, Africa or some shit like that. And it's like, so it's St. Patrick's Day for black people. That's what it sounds like to me. Sounds like St. Patrick's Day for black people. If you're telling me that, because most black people in this country have never spent a day in Africa. And somehow they're having a holiday that connects them to where their ancestors are from. That sounds a lot like me celebrating St. Patrick's Day, right? Because my ancestors are from Ireland. So yeah, it sounds exactly like that. It sounds made up. It's completely made up. But anyway, back to this whole thing here. Back to the library thing. Yeah, Kamala celebrated Kwanzaa in the 80s. No, she didn't. It wasn't even freaking real. But I digress. Back to the library story. We got Toothfinder's here. Hey, Toothfinder, you welcome, sir. Welcome to Turtleboy. Anyway, so we became the first media outlet to kind of write about this. We found out that we first got the post was made for the first time by a librarian named Lisa Desmond, and on Friday, so that would be what, like 10 days ago, 11 days ago, something like that. And I got tipped off to it over the weekend. So I wrote about it on Monday. Or Tuesday, rather. I got tipped about it on Monday. I wrote about it Tuesday. And did my research. I like to take my time on these stories. I like to find out everything about the people who are doing it. I want to know their motivation, what they're like. I want to know their history. I want to see if there's part of a pattern, because it almost always is with these people. It's never like an isolated incident. They don't just decide that a Christmas tree in the public library is a threat to them. I mean, let's go back and actually read what was in this blog, shall we? Before we even delve into this, how it was stolen from us, let's actually read what was in the goddamn blog. There they are. Okay. So this is Lisa Desmond. She's been a librarian in Dedham for 28 years. Hot minute. And she posted on her Facebook page this whole rant about how it was taken away, the Christmas tree, with zero explanation. She was told that people were made uncomfortable looking at it. They didn't say who. Now she goes on to this whole thing about how she embraces all cultures and blah, 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 blah. And she just wants the goddamn Christmas tree back. So this is not some radical conservative right-wing person. I don't even know what her politics are. I would guess she's a Democrat, quite frankly, based on other things that she's posted. And that's fine. But like I said, the Christmas tree is not even a symbol of fucking anything religious at all. It's what we put toys under. That's what it's for. It's literally secular. It's for, like as she says here, the lady did say something spot on. They put up wreaths. And that's a good point. Those are connected to religion. Whereas the Christmas tree it's a pagan symbol. Like it's like not, it has nothing to do with religion. It's the commercial aspect of Christmas. That's it. And it's just nostalgic, and people like Jews have Christmas trees sometimes. I know a lot of Jews that celebrate Christmas because it has nothing to do with religion for a lot of people. If you're not going to church on Christmas, then you're not really truly celebrating Christmas like other people are. You know what I mean? Like you're kind of, and that's fine. You can do whatever you want. It's a general spirit of togetherness and unity and giving and blah, blah, blah. And that's all good. It's all good. I did a whole rant about Jesus last week, how dope Jesus was, how even if I have this theory, and this might be blasphemous, that like Jesus might not even be real. Like, would you guys, I mean, what? Come on. He walked on water. Come on. He's going around like, dude, he's curing leprosy, raising people from the dead. Come on. I mean, I'm a Catholic and all, but like sometimes I hear these stories and I'm like, come on. Seriously? So for all I know, just because I'm a skeptical person like that, for all I know, yeah, I believe Jesus. Okay, so Jesus is king. Okay, like I'm 100% down with Jesus, just to be very clear. So even if Jesus was not real, right? Let's suppose he wasn't real. Let's suppose this is all fucking bullshit, right? Let's suppose. I will say this. It's a good fucking lie if it is real. It's a good lie. And people are like, you don't believe in miracles? Come on, dude. It's so unfair to say that. It's so unfair to say, well, you don't believe. It's like, that's a lot of, I don't fucking know. I don't want to be wrong. That's like saying, well, you don't know who's going to win the sporting game this weekend. I don't fucking know. I want my team to win, but I also don't want to go on record and like insist that they're going to win and then they lose and then look like a fucking idiot. Like, what if I dedicate my entire life to this? Right. And then I die and it's like, yo, psych. The correct religion was Islam, motherfucker. Oh, you should have guessed that right. Why didn't tip you off when they were like flying planes into buildings and shit? Obviously, they were onto something there. Like, I don't fucking know. That's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of pressure to put on somebody to just be like, well, you better fucking believe in this. If you don't believe in this, I want to believe in it. I do, because at the same time, I'm also scared that like I'll die. And then they'll be like, motherfucker, you were handed the right religion and you couldn't even exercise that shit properly. You couldn't even believe. A lot of people were born Muslim. They got no choice but to be Muslim. You were born the correct religion and you still didn't fucking believe. So I don't know what the fuck to do. Come on. It's a lot of pressure. We're getting theological here, but it's a lot of fucking pressure with religion. So I like this one. You can believe in Jesus while being skeptical about the stories in the Bible. I like that. Okay. Bible was written by, that's very true. That's a very good point. Okay. So I don't know, it's like, maybe there's a little bit of exaggeration there. Maybe a little bit of hyperbole. I don't care, because the bottom line is, even if Jesus is entirely made up, the legacy, the life that he's led, and the parables and the stories that we tell about each other. Hold on. Somebody saying blocked me. Who's blocked? Oh, Okay. We'll get back to that, but he's in the gospel. He's in the gospel. Even if none of this was real, I think it's a good thing, like, to teach the things that he's doing, because he was going around like fixing people and helping people and telling us to love each other and shit like that. So that's all good in my book. But anyway, we're getting a little off topic. I guess my point here is that it's not even like to take the sign of a Christmas tree down. It's like you don't even hate Christians. Like you're just an asshole. There's no other way to describe it. You're just an asshole. You like shit like this in the library, kids giving blowjobs to each other and shit, but you don't like, and drag queens, you're all for that. Like these people are all for that shit. And these are the people behind it. It was this person, one librarian named Mary Ellen Stokes, another librarian, and we know it was Mary Ellen Stokes because she went on Lisa's Facebook page and did this whole thing about, as a Catholic and also a minority, I have to disagree here. If people tell us we're hurting them, we should stop what we're doing and really critically decide if our needs are more important than their pain. Nobody's hurt by it. And that's what really pissed me off by this is like, you're just making shit up. Like nobody's actually hurt by this. And you're just coming up with a reason to take things away because that's just the kind of person you are. You're an asshole and we should be ignoring you and ostracizing you and marginalizing you as much as possible. But instead we are giving into your ridiculous demands. And it needs to end. Somebody has to step up and stop the shit. This person is anti-Catholic, clearly, from reading their posts. They're anti-conservative. They're a bigot. That's all this person is. Meredith Fournier. And again, we only know who the librarian is because they identified themselves. They came out and said, hey, it was me that did it. And here's why. I have a problem with it. So otherwise we would not have known. And so why do I get into, like, people will say, oh, why do you have to get into all this stuff about them? Because I want to know the whole background. I want to know if this is happening in a vacuum or not. And clearly it's not. Like, this woman hates protesters. She hates people who disagree with her. She hates Christians. She thinks they're morons. She has a lot of disdain for them. That's why it's important to go look back in them. Now, some people have called me homophobic. Did I admit? Let's review the comment. Let's review what I said about this woman. I said it wasn't just this one patron who felt the need to play the Grinch this year. There's also two librarians. This is Mary Ellen Stokes, who makes $90,000 a year for some reason to be a fucking librarian. And this is my quote. Let me just read this to you. You tell me if this is homophobic. Maybe I missed the homophobic part. Mary Ellen is an old school lesbian. As you can see by her appearance, she does everything in her power to look masculine. So where is the wrong part? So she's an old school lesbian. What's wrong with that? She's a lesbian. And she looks like masculine. She does. She has tattoos, boy haircut, yet remarkably does not identify as a boy, thus proving that the concept of gender is ridiculous, since you are not required to look and act feminine if you are born female. It's so true, though. It's so true. This idea that, oh, I feel like a woman, so I have to grow my hair long and wear a dress. But not all girls grow their hair long and wear dresses. Like Mary Ellen here. She doesn't do any of that, and she's still a girl. It's like I've long believed that transgenderism erases homosexuality. I think the vast majority of people who are transgender are just gay. Like, for instance, like men, right? Married men who think they're straight, right? They're married to some woman for 20 years and the whole time they're jerking off to gay porn and they're really into dudes and they just want to fuck a guy. And then they say, well, like, you're telling me Rachel Levine's not a woman. He's just gay. He's a married gay man. That's all he ever was his whole life. A gay, closeted gay man. And then, but when they become transgender, it's like, okay, so you're a woman now, allegedly, and now it's okay for you to like men. So you're just a straight woman. No, dude, you're just gay. You're just a gay dude. You like dick. It's okay. That's not homophobic to point that out. It's accurate. I have no hatred towards the gay community at all. I think the gay community is in conflict, quite frankly, with the transgender community, and I always will, because they are. I don't know why they agreed to be lumped in together, but they are. So I must have missed the homophobic part there. I must have missed it. So the other woman here, not a lesbian, but could go either way with the gender, would be this person, this thing, Meredith Fournier. And again, like if you were giving interviews at the public library and say, okay, we got a job positioning in the children's wing of the library. This person comes in and they look like this. This is how they present themselves. I'd be like, I want to knock your nose. I want to see if anyone's home. I just want to take that thing. I want to knock it. And then I want to take the staples out of your face so I can hear you talk. Because that just looks fucking painful. You're just weird for the sake of being weird. And quite frankly, ma'am, you're going to scare the children. Queer, mentally ill, and rad as fuck, she says. That's her bio. And this is another comment I said, because these are the kind of people who should have direct access to other people's children. Good luck figuring out who is dad in this picture. So where is the homophobic? You could say I'm transphobic. I'll own that. If you want to call me transphobic, that word means nothing to me. Like absolutely fucking nothing. Because it basically means that like you don't think that men can become women. I don't. Never will, because they can't. It's just a fact. So if you want to call me transphobic over that, okay, fine. You got me. You can call me that all day long. It's a badge of honor I will wear. I don't care if you're a man who says he's a woman. Do whatever the fuck you want, man. It's not my life. Just don't expect me to humor your delusions, because it's not happening, pal. Sorry, bud. And I don't think you should be able to go in the girls' locker room or anything like that. All right. Hold on one sec. Give me hold on. All right, I'll be right back. I just gotta get a drink of water.
It's just with her, it's these little sycophants she has, like the pudgy guy that ran away from my show when you showed up. You remember that? What's his drama douche or whatever the fuck his name is?
Corrosive.
Yeah, corrosive cunty. Yeah. All these little fans, like you said, it's the legion of unfuckable losers. That's all it is. You look at everyone in her crew, and they just buy it. They don't give a fuck about the kid getting fucking fiddled on the roof by her brother. They don't care about the abuse, the arrests.
No.
None of it matters. See, this is why I enjoy all this. I love seeing her fucking crumble.
Yes.
Like I cannot.
Okay. All right, we're back. All right. So anyway, as I was saying, let's get back to this. How come they never look like the hot lesbos? That's a great question. So anyway, back to the topic at hand here. Basically these people suck, and they're on here and they're saying that I don't think us not having a tree will kill us. And somebody else says no one was complaining about the tree until this post was made, and dozens of adults who apparently have way too much time on their hands decided to make this issue a life or death situation, says the person who made this a life or death situation. So they just go on, and it's just, this is ultimately the head librarian, Amber Maroney, who gutlessly gave into their demands. And this is the email that she sent out talking about removing the tree. It's just a whole bunch of gobbledygook nonsense. And yeah, so they took it down because they said it's not inclusive, and it's just fucking ridiculous. So anyway, we write that story. It gets like, I don't know, it says the page views on top. It doesn't really update that often, but it's like well over 20,000 people read the blog, pretty standard. And the next day we write another blog because we find out that a member of the Human Rights Commission named Diane Loud, oops, wrong blog, went and wrote this whole rant that we're going to see. I don't even know if we covered this last week in the show. We might have, I forget. But anyway, yeah, she just got tired of listening to their shit. That's true. But at the same time, it's like, you need to stand up to that. You need to just say no. And because that can't be how we lose the culture war, is just like, well, we just got tired of listening to them, so we just gave them whatever the hell they wanted to get. That's not how it works. You have to stand up to these people. You cannot just let them control the narrative. They will take everything from you. Okay. So Fox News did a little story on it.
Tonight, the first shots were fired in the war on years. I think we have it right there. Yeah, look.
Okay.
Does this kid look?
So this was last Thursday.
Two of the people who live in that town join me now. Marianne Martin and Jason Brogan. Marianne.
Okay, so basically he briefly covered it on, I think, Thursday or Friday. And, you know, but it had already been blasted everywhere by and reckon me this. How the hell did Jesse Waters get a hold of this story? That's the real question. Like this, let's go over the timeline here. Friday is when Lisa Desmond makes this post. The post gets some people in town talking about it, but how many of you out there, the serious question, how many of the people watching right now who aren't from Dedham found out about this story from Turtleboy? Right. One, if you first heard about this on Turtleboy. Right. Two, if you saw the Facebook post and were aware of the internet drama before we wrote about it. Go ahead. One, if you first read it on Turtleboy, be honest. And two, if you actually saw the post beforehand, you saw people on social media talking about it. All ones. Look at that. How about that? All ones. So as fate would have it there, it appears as if, it's a small sample right there, but it looks like this story wasn't really getting out was my main thing. The story wasn't going anywhere because there's only so much reach that a librarian from Dedham has on social media. You know, she can't. I have a platform. I have a Facebook page with almost 40,000 followers. I have a Twitter account with like 23,000 followers. I have an Instagram account with almost 5,000 followers. Go like us on Instagram at Turtleboy _daily_news. And most importantly, I have a blog that, close to 20,000 people a day go directly to just to check it out without even touching social media. Never mind actually clicking on the blogs every day, just as a habit. So I have the platform to get this story out to a larger audience. Turtleboy is read all across the country, mostly in New England, obviously, but it gets to bigger media outlets by going through a medium-sized media outlet like Turtleboy. That's how this works. And you would think that eventually they would cite you for this, but that's not what happened. So Jesse Waters finds out about it somehow. And that's bad enough that he didn't credit me. But then he gives himself credit yesterday when the town of Dedham announces that they're putting the tree back up. They're putting the goddamn tree back up. And this asswipe, I mean, I couldn't believe this shit, goes on TV and he takes complete credit for it. Let's watch. Oh, Sam Bankman-Fried, what a scammer.
Finally been arrested, and this is coming just as many and helped create the... Today, Primetime scored another major victory for America. We've won the first battle in the war on Christmas. Today, the tiny town of Dedham, Massachusetts, decided that their library will, in fact, put up their annual Christmas tree after some pressure from Primetime.
What?
So how did we get here?
After some pressure from Primetime?
About a Scrooge named Amber Maroney. She's the town's library director.
We told you.
Banned Christmas
I
trees
told you.
because they made people feel, quote, uncomfortable. You see, to some people, there's nothing more offensive than twinkling lights on a Douglas fir. So there was no way the tree could go up this year. Look at last year's tree. How offensive. But one brave foot soldier sounded the alarm.
I was told that when people are uncomfortable, town hall tradition.
That was Lisa Desmond, and she's been the librarian at Endicott Branch in Dedham for almost 30 years. And each year there's been a tree until now. So she was a little disappointed, and so were the residents. They told Primetime that the town celebrates everything. So why is Christmas suddenly being canceled?
Labby.
The library celebrates so many things. Pride Week, 4th of July, Thanksgiving, Kwanzaa, the
Kwanzaa.
Jewish holidays.
And I think it's not fair that a few town employees who didn't feel comfortable were able to affect this change in this town that is supposed to be inclusive. And I feel that this is a very exclusive maneuver that they've made for those who appreciate the holiday of Christmas. And we've always had decorations for all holidays for people of different faith, not just for this one.
So you can celebrate Kwanzaa at the library, but you can't celebrate Christmas. Does anybody in Dedham, Massachusetts even celebrate Kwanzaa?
First of all, just this whole take on this and this whole delivery fucking sucks. Like, this guy this is why I don't listen to Jesse Waters or anything on, like, this is just prepackaged conservative red meat, boring culture war bullshit. So how about that war on Christmas? Kwanzaa? What's the deal with Kwanzaa? Oh, I don't even know what that is. It's just like, oh, look at me. Dude, shut the fuck up. These people, it's like the same shit. I could turn on Laura Ingraham. They're probably talking the same thing any time of the day on Fox. So Tucker's so interesting. Is he's the only one on that channel who actually takes a different angle on things, who actually, like, you never know what he's going to say every night. I know what Jesse Waters is going to say every fucking night, and that's why I don't watch him. So I don't watch any of these people. They're not that interesting. They don't say anything that I can't go on Facebook and see my, conservative uncle write in a post. Like, it's really not that different. God, these people are boring.
This doesn't sit well with Primetime, and so we believe we should be able to celebrate all holidays. As they say, the more the merrier. So we announced our intention to visit this misguided Massachusetts town. We are going to have to perhaps pay them a visit during this public hearing and ask them specifically what's offensive about a Christmas tree.
Jesse, we should go sing carols outside that
hearing. Now, I think my voice would be offensive. And guess what?
Fucking
we didn't even
gay.
have to go caroling to change their minds. It was the mere threat of me caroling that moved the needle.
How about the town of Dedham? And there it is. The mere threat. They're scared of you, Jesse Waters. The town of Dedham is scared of you. You've never been to Dedham before, but somehow they're scared that you're going to move the needle and affect change it. I'm the one that got them to change. No, you weren't. And we're going to see why shortly. You had nothing to do with it.
Announced that the Christmas tree is going back up. Quote, to be clear, there is no ban on Christmas at the Dedham Library. The initial displays that our staff and the community put up at both standing. Oh, you didn't ban Christmas trees? Second week of December to complete already, like you hadn't gotten around.
Okay, so that's him. So he sucks. First battle in war on Christmas won this year, thanks to Primetime. Yeah, he did it all. It was all him. But if you look at what actually happened, it says otherwise, and that's what I did. I actually went and I read what happened here. So in dozens of other posts, I saw people blaming Turtleboy for the backlash that the town was receiving. Like, for instance, this woman writes on Lisa Desmond's wall, point out to me where she blames Jesse Waters. Like, I'd like to see this. I've been following along on the saga, Laura Ray Boyne says, and I'm shocked at the levels it has gotten to. I don't know everything. A lot of messages I don't see, conversations. I did see one comment by you comparing a Christmas tree to that of Pride Month. I think it's important to note that in the LGBTQ community, they often face harassment just going about their daily lives. No, they don't. Okay. Enough with the false narratives. They don't. That is not a thing. Gay people do not just leave their homes and get harassed for being gay. That does not happen. This is not 1988, dear. Welcome to the 21st century. That doesn't happen anymore. You're making shit up, okay? So that's made up. You're just using that as an excuse to push pride on kids, the Trojan horse of pride, while erasing any symbol of our Western culture, basically. There are also hate crimes done to this marginal group all the time. Nope, there's not. Just stop right there. There's not. Trans people are often murdered. They're not murdered by at any rate higher than any other normal people. They're not. And those that are murdered, they're murdered in drug deals, other things like that. They're not being murdered because they're transgender. It's completely made up. I say this to point out that Pride Month at a library is a celebration of all the rights that they have fought for years to gain, and an opportunity for people to show support for this community, because the Christmas tree became such a shocking and spirited discussion. Turtleboy decided to attack two of your colleagues with homophobic statements. It is truly disgusting how badly he dragged up their history and published lies. Okay, Laura, whoever the hell you are, Laura Reboyne. Tell me, Laura, how did I attack her colleagues with homophobic statements? We just reread the blog. I must have missed the homophobic statement in there. I also must have missed the attacking. All I simply did was respond to them. They are the ones that they could have just let the freaking Christmas tree go up and I would have no fucking clue who they are. They chose to make this an issue, and I have every goddamn right to comment on that. Every fucking right. And your meaningless, made up stats about transgender people being killed and all this bullshit you're throwing out there in order to create this false narrative that my speech, my legitimate speech, my legitimate criticism is getting people killed is a fucking lie, and you are a shameless liar, Laura. And oh no, he's doxing me, stochastic terrorism. Bitch, you fucking put it out there. Keep my name out your mouth. If you're gonna make shit up, if you want to dance with the devil, we can dance. Okay, Laura Reboyne, keep your fucking mouth shut if you're going to make shit up about me. That's it. I don't care who you are. And I'm going to fucking call you out on this. You don't get a fucking pass because you put on this cloak of pride and make up bullshit stats about transgender people being killed. You're not going to fucking do that anymore. It's worked for a long time. A lot of people get, oh no, I wouldn't want to do that, so I'm just going to shut up. I'm not. I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to name and shame your ass. And I'm going to hold you to it. And I'm not going to seem like a bully because I'm going to seem like somebody who is just bringing data, statistics, and facts to a conversation, whereas you are simply bringing emotions, hyperbole, lies, and bullshit. And I'm going to beat you every fucking time because you're not as good at me at this. You make shit up. You're not equipped to handle me in a mental battle. Okay, Laura? And notice in there, let's read a little bit more what she says. Because the Christmas tree, as the person who brought this topic to the thousands of people's attention, I am shocked that you did not denounce his statements to your followers. So this woman who I've never spoken to before, she's supposed to denounce me. Why? Because we agree with each other that Christmas trees in libraries being taken out is ridiculous. And I didn't bring up their pasts. I brought up their fucking Facebook posts. That's it. That's it. So I'm supposed to take this down? Get the fuck out of here. She's supposed to denounce me. And this is what they really want you to do. When they say denounce, they mean dance. I want you to do a jig for me. I'm telling you exactly what to do and you're going to do it. You will denounce him. We're not doing the denouncing, gamey. That's fucking over. You don't tell us who and what to denounce. We decide what to denounce, not you. We do. You don't get your demands mean nothing, communist. You have no power here. Meredith Langman writes, know what you're talking about before making assumptions. Is there concern about consequences for those that doxed employees of the library and community members in a disgusting Turtleboy article? Michelle writes, I think my son and his 7th grade classmates have sorted through this better than the adults of Dedham. I have particularly disgust for those who have unleashed Turtleboy's minions. All these people talking about Turtleboy by promoting Turtleboy, who mocks people and encourages his followers to harass them. Someone sent it to Turtleboy. Okay. Notice all of these people are just complaining about Turtleboy. Do you see anybody here complaining about Jesse Waters? Anyone? Does anyone in the town of Dedham seem the least bit worried or scared about Jesse Waters? No, they don't. Why? Because they know he's going to bring a literal cookie cutter, copy and paste, war on Christmas, general argument, fill in the blank here, Dedham this year, different town next year. That's all he's going to do. He has no connection to the area. He doesn't understand it. He doesn't really give a shit. He doesn't want to know who the players are. He doesn't want to get into their background. He doesn't want to find out who about they are. He just wants to do a 15-minute rant about Christmas, the war on Christmas, because this is December, and this is what he does in December. He does a rant about the war on Christmas, and then in November, he does a rant about elections and Thanksgiving, and then, you name it. And in February, he'll have one about Valentine's Day. This is what these people do. It's the same fucking schedule with these people, the Fox News people. I'm interesting. I bring an angle that you don't hear often. I dig into people's pasts. I find out about who they are. That's why the communist fears me 1,000,000 times more than they will ever fear somebody like Jesse Waters, who does not scare them at all. They don't see him as a threat to anything. They know that the only people who watch Fox News are, 100% purebred conservatives. That's who watches Fox News. But they know that Turtleboy is read across party lines. Yes, I am a conservative, but your average moderate or your maybe, centrist Democrat in your town probably reads Turtleboy too. They don't watch Fox News. And that's why they're much more worried about me and my reporting than they ever would be about Jesse Waters. Jesse Waters didn't get the town of Dedham to cave on this. Turtleboy did. We did. We did this together. We did this by shaming these people. We shame them into doing the right thing because they know I will show up. Jesse Waters ain't showing up. I might. Ask Tony Bridge. I might. So, other people wrote, none of these people were concerned about blah, blah, blah. As a matter of fact, when Fox News finally wrote about it, they were actually pleased. They said, it's nice to see an article on the subject that isn't by Turtleboy. Yes, they would be. Jesse also talked about this woman, Diane Loud, whose comment was only up for like 30 minutes. There was no possible way Jesse Waters could have seen this comment unless he actively follows Dedham Facebook groups, period. Let me take a quick break here to do a little dono. We got a dono I want to bring up here. We'll come right back to this. We got a dono from our friend. Nope, wrong thing there. Hold on. So we got a dono here this is from Bobby, sends $10 and he goes, in my opinion, Jason Brogan is a soy boy. Whoa, piece of shit with no scruples that does not give credit where credit is due. He should have said something. Fuck Jason Brogan. Fuck Jesse Waters and fuck Andy. No, anyone can steal someone's story. Obviously, they are so untalented that they need to steal stories from real journalists. This shit is what's wrong with the world. They are all like Joe Biden, copying his legal papers in law school. Fuck Joey too. Thank you very much, Bobby. I appreciate that very much. And that's cool too. If anybody else would like to donate, you can click on the link at the top of the stream there. You can donate whatever amount of money you want and you get to put a message. I will get an email notification when you do that. I will bring your message up on the big screen, or you can do a Cash App donation, $sign Uncle Turtleboy. I will get a text. I have it sitting right here. I'll bring that up and I'll read that to the class as well. So it's greatly appreciated, guys. Anybody that wants to donate to the program that way, and it will be done. Okay. So back to the story here. Back to the blog ski. So Jesse Waters talked about the Diane Loud situation. And he talks about how this woman was turned off and this whole post. Notice who Diane Loud doesn't mention here. Jesse Waters. Commenting was turned off before I could get an answer to my question about who put the lives of the library staff in danger, but the surprise twist is that it actually does not matter. Each of you who poked at and exasperated this and brought it to the trash heap website are cowards. That's me, guys. I'm the trash heap website. She's not talking about Fox News. She's talking about Turtleboy there. I am the website that she fears. Like this post right here, she didn't post this after Lisa Desmond put it on Facebook. because when Lisa Desmond put it on Facebook, she knew that it could only go so far. But when Turtleboy wrote about it, she knew, oh shit, this has much bigger implications here. You are too cowardly to have an actual conversation, blah, 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 blah. I know there's no way to survive this and blah, blah, blah. Lisa Desmond, fuck you. You knew what you were doing. You spent days batting aside the people who asked you to ratchet this back. For a tree? For a motherfucking tree? Everyone would tell me that you are a selfish fucking bitch who does not care about anyone but herself. You have put people's lives in a lot of danger. No, she hasn't. A lot of danger. Nope. For a motherfucking Christmas tree. Nope. Whoever the fuck is behind this, maybe all of you, you're too goddamn cowardly to ever admit it directly anyhow. But it doesn't matter. You're all the same. You're all trash. You're fucking trash. I hope this is worth it. I hope the fact that you who claim to believe in Christ and Christmas or whatever happy horseshit you're trying to hide behind are the least gracious, most hateful, most disgusting trash in the world. Is that what what you think your magic sky daddy wants? This woman's so hateful. Where in the Bible was this again? In closing, I would like to add a final round of fuck you, you pieces of trash. I hate each and every one of you, and I do wish you great suffering on you. You are terrible, terrible people. Thank you at least for being honest, dear. Thank you at least for being honest. Now, I did a whole story on her, and I found out, I dig into her background because she's on the Human Rights Commission. These are the people, the same people telling, doing equity audits in the town, who are telling you that, we need more diversity, equity, and inclusion training, and we have too much hate in this town, and blah, 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 blah. And so I want to know more about this person's past. Well, first thing you find out about her is, oh yeah, she's got a daughter that calls herself Max and says they're transgender, because of course she does. Now, why is that relevant? People are like, why are you bringing kids into it? I'm not bringing kids into it. It's an adult. Max is an adult who puts herself out there as an ambassador for the transgender community, who chooses to be that way and is pushing for hormone treatment for minors. And so I will always speak out against that. And I also pointed out, like I did with the Mimi LeMay story, there seems to be a pattern here where every kid who turns out to be transgender always seem to have an activist parent, this person included. Same shit. Same exact shit. But I digress. That's why I brought that up. Now, let's talk about how this kind of became I was so pissed yesterday when this happened, man. And we're going to talk about why right now. Let's just jump right into it. So Jesse had two Dedham residents as guests. One of them is a man named Jason Brogan. Now, I've had many conversations with Jason Brogan before. He ran for town selectman in Dedham. He lost because it's a liberal town. He's a conservative. He says he's an independent, but to me, it's like, whatever. We're all conservative. Stop it. So he ran for, he's in Dedham. He's pretty well involved in town politics, especially when it comes. He's almost like seems like the token conservative guy in Dedham. The guy has sent me a lot of story ideas over the years, and most of them involve Dedham. Like everything involves Dedham. And I don't get most. I'll be honest, I don't get to most of them because a lot of them are, no offense, but it's like I get pitched about stories all the time from people's towns, right? Like, oh, you should check out this thing in our town about like, oh, the water commission is corrupt or something. Like, it's like, dude, sorry, man, nobody cares about the zoning board in North Reading. Like, just nobody cares. Sorry, I know it's probably a big deal for your town, but outside of your town, nobody cares about this. People care about the much bigger fights. And if your town is the zone of a much bigger fight, like the Coach Flynn story or this one, that's something that my people are interested in learning about and reading about. And that's the kind of story that I will write about. So the guy has written me a bunch of times with story ideas. I have no problem with them. At least I had no problem with them. And, he claims he's a supporter. I don't really remember him donating ever, but that is what it is. You could be a supporter in other ways. And I don't think he knows my name, which seems kind of weird too. Like if you say you're a supporter of the blog, but I digress with that. So he's somehow he becomes like, I don't know how he became the de facto, like, I get to go on Fox News guy. But he was invited on to talk about this, even though he's not really that involved in the story. I guess they just needed a token conservative to talk to in Dedham. So they brought him and this other woman on, and they talked to him and they interviewed them. And this is what he writes to me afterwards. He goes, he may be here tomorrow night. He was talking about Dan Rhea, some other guy from WBZ or something. If I get interviewed, I will absolutely try to slide it in. People know you are getting screwed out of credit. And he goes, we'd be fucked without you. He's like telling me, like, this is from the man himself. Like, yeah, like he recognizes the problem here, right? Like, I am doing a significant amount of legwork for these stories and I'm not getting any credit for it. And he admits, we'd be fucked without you. Now, normally I wouldn't show private conversations like this, but like, I feel like I got fucked in the ass really fucking hard to this, and I'm just done getting walked on. Like, let me be very clear. I'm like, with supporters like this, who the fuck needs enemies? Like, who needs them? Like, who needs this? This is not support. What this is. Like, I would have been happier if he just didn't contact me at all and then didn't mention me. Like, what he did with this was even worse because it got my hopes up. And he goes, they caved. This is like when, and I'm like already working on that story. This is yesterday. The library's putting the tree back up. Okay. And so then he messages me at 3:24 yesterday. And he says, I'm going back on Jesse Waters tonight. Okay. And that's cool. Should I refer to you as Clarence Emerson, investigative journalist, aka Turtleboy? People don't need to hear my bullshit. He admits right there. I want to get your name out there. So first of all, like, the fact that he thinks my name is Clarence should have been a red flag. Like, my name is not Clarence. And if you think my name is Clarence, then you obviously don't follow the blog very much at all. My name is Aidan Kearney. I was a high school teacher before this. I wrote a fucking book. You've definitely never watched the live show if you think my name is Clarence, but anyway, he seems to think my name is Clarence, so that probably should have been a red flag right there. But he admits, like, people don't want to hear my bullshit because, yeah, I agree. Like, you have nothing to do with the story. So what do people need to hear from you for? I want to get your name out there. So that made me think, okay, this guy's genuine. He seems to be a supporter of what I do. This is a big opportunity for me professionally. You know what I've been through. All you people know what I've been through with this. All the stories stolen from me. That matters. That matters because that has stifled my growth. It has stifled the growth of the brand and the blog, and this is my livelihood, and it really sucks. Like that's one example, not being cited, because you get cited by some bigger media outlets and then others start catching you on. Your SEO improves. You start coming up higher on search engines. Your name gets out there. People start talking about you. You know, you're on Fox. Millions of people are watching. Maybe a few thousand people follow you, and now you got them hooked and they subscribe to your shit. And now they're regular readers. That's how you get people. And they're like, oh, this is interesting. I live in Topeka, Kansas. I'd never heard of this guy before. Because why would I? I live in Kansas. But maybe now I'm going to start following him. It's really important. And people, and I've seen some people say, well, what do you care? As long as the story's out there. It's like, yeah, I do care that the story's out there. That's a good thing. But this is also my job. You understand that? This is how I feed my fucking children. This is my future. This is what I'm invested in. This is what I've put everything fucking in. I know it means shit to you because you're just some random who's interested in the story itself. And I get why you're not interested in this, why you think this is dramatic and boring, but it means something to me. Okay. It's actually fucking important. This is I put a lot into this. I have sacrificed a lot for this. I get sued all the fucking time. I have to deal with people that I don't want to deal with. I have freaking people, you know what I mean? I have freaking naked pictures posted. I got restraining orders. I got people trying to get restraining orders. I get sued 1 million times. I got death threats. I've had to change my phone number. I got people showing up on my fucking house. I got to deal with all this shit because of what I fucking do, what I wake up and do every day for the last 9 years. And I just keep doing it. And I keep doing it. And if you are a reader of the blog and then you know how fucking hard I work into this, what I put into this. These stories don't just appear. And if the blog just started existing tomorrow, good fucking luck. This wouldn't be on Fox News. Nobody would give a fuck about your library if I just stopped existing tomorrow. Let me tell you, it's just a fucking fact. You would be talking into a small echo chamber on Facebook, and then the story would die out. That's what would happen. That's what would happen. So, goes on. He goes, people don't need to hear my bullshit. And I'm like, I'm getting excited. I'm like, this is very cool. I'll do my best to get your name out. We need to keep doing what you're doing. It's making a huge difference. So now I'm excited. This is 3:30 and I'm like, okay, cool. So I text some friends, family. I didn't make a big announcement on it. I did write on Clarence, turn on Fox News, because I wanted to surprise you people, because I was pretty fucking sure this is the time we're finally going to get mentioned on Fox News and get some real credit. This guy seems enthusiastic about it. And so I watch it and watch Jesse's whole diatribe. And then he brings them on. I'm like, okay, this is it, man. This is it. They're finally going to pimp out Turtleboy and they're going to know who I am. And it's going to be dope. And I'm not going to lie, I was really excited for this. Really excited. And this is what happened.
Hard-fought victory, but we still have to keep our eyes open, don't we?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Are you celebrating today?
A battle that we are celebrating. This is a battle that shouldn't have happened in the first place, but we are celebrating. Everyone's very thankful that the trees.
So let me just address this real quick. So I love Adam. He's a very loyal supporter, but he's wrong on this one. That I'm being way too. First of all, I'm not being hard on him at all. Like I've been relatively subdued on that one, I think, and laid back, because I'm not trying to like completely burn any bridges on this one, right? But this was 3 minutes. He had 3 minutes to mention me. Like his goal going into this should have been mention Turtleboy. Like that should have been, like, I hate to say it, but that should have been his only objective. Because why the fuck else is he on there? What connection does he have to this story besides living in the town of Dedham? I'm the one that wrote the story. I'm the one that broke the story. Like he said in the messages, like, without me, the story, nobody cares about the story. I did this. I don't want to toot my own horn, but I guess I have to, because he fucking couldn't do that. He had a chance to, and he chose not to. And enough with the whole, like, they can't just say random shit. You can actually. You can. You know how we know that? Because Katie Lawson fucking just did it. You just fucking do it. When you open your mouth, words come out. Noises, sounds. And then the TV picks up those words and they get broadcasted. That's how live television works. They absolutely fucking could do it. And if their rule, let's be very clear. If their rule is you can't mention Turtleboy, the correct response is then I'm not coming on. That's it. I don't think that's a big ask. If you can't mention Turtleboy, then what the fuck are you going on for? What do we need to hear from you for? What additional things or context are you going to add to this to make this story more interesting? And that's what I want to know. Like, I didn't ask, like, how did you get on Jesse? How did he get on? Like, why is he on? I don't get it. I mean, they just like, we need a token conservative. Anyone know one from Dedham? He's not an elected official. He's not an elected official. And yeah, he did say he would try. Yeah, this is not trying. He didn't try. Like, let's be very clear about this. This is not trying. And no, so I don't give him a pass for this. Like, you had one fucking job. One job. And you were on there last week. He's just happy to be there. He's just like, let's just watch it first.
Going up.
Marianne, what is the town feeling right now?
Oh, I have never seen our town come together more than this debacle. For the longest time, there was a group of people in Dedham saying that we were divided and it was us versus them. But I'm sorry, this Christmas tree has brought out just a beautiful unity of different voices, people that I think come from different political ideologies, different ethnicities, different religions, but they all got behind this. And it's a beautiful thing. And it's had some negative shining on the town, but I think if you turn it glass half full, it's overwhelmingly full.
Jason, are you buying the excuse that they were undergoing a holiday decoration review period since the spring and that they hadn't gotten around to erecting the tree yet before?
Okay. So this is his chance right here. Right now they're asking him a question. People are like, well, he didn't get a chance. Jesse's throwing him kind of an open-ended question here right now about, what do you think about this? This is your chance. You can come up with something creative here. You say, actually, Jesse, none of this story would have even been told if it wasn't for a local media outlet called Turtleboy Daily News that covers a lot, exposes liberal hypocrisy. You should check them out. You'd like them a lot. Is that a big ask? Of course it's a big ask, but you're supposed to be a supporter. If you're just some regular person, then be a regular person. Don't pretend to be some sort of supporter of what I do and go on Fox News and then don't say fucking shit about it. Now listen to this.
Before this big kerfuffle exploded?
Not even a little. I think that's the legal department's wording, most likely. Based on what I've been told and what I've heard from multiple people, that it was one individual, potentially two individuals that kind of put up a stink about the tree. And then,
okay, so I've been told, from what I've been told, it was one individual or two individuals. That's a lie, Adam. Like, and I don't want to just Adam, but like, that's a lie. Like, and again, you didn't exactly. I didn't ask him to do this. He messaged me and offered me to do this. He got my hopes up for no fucking reason, which is like cruel and unusual to do that. And by the way, he hasn't said sorry yet, which makes me be like, fuck him. Like, at least be a man and say sorry. My bad. I know how much this meant to you and I screwed up. That's it. Just say that. Okay. I choked. I got nervous. I was in front of millions of people and I just fucking drew a blank. That's all you have to do. Be a man and fucking say you're sorry because you did fuck up. Okay. You got me interested in this. You messaged me in the middle of the day and said, tune in. I'm going to mention you. I'm going to try to mention you. Right. You deserve the credit. He sounded gung-ho about it and like, okay, I'm going to turn it on. And I turned it on and I watched it. It's like, dude, what the fuck? I was fucking pissed. Like, dude, why'd you even message me? You should have just gone on and done it. Like, why the fuck did you message me? That's what I'm really pissed about. Is like, why the fuck did you message me about this? So it's just like, what? I don't get that. Like, he offered to do this, before live TV, definitely would have envisioned practices DVD. Yeah, exactly. Like, just have it planned out. Like, what you're going to talk about. Go. Like, that should be your number one priority, or else why are you on there? And for him, and now listen to what he just said. Let me just replay this part here.
Based on what I've been told and what I've heard from multiple people, that it was one individual, potentially two individuals.
So based on what I've been told, it was one individual, potentially two individuals. You've been told, you read about it on Turtleboy. That was his chance. Like, what he's been told is what he read about on Turtleboy. The one or two individuals are the two librarians that we talked about. He knows that. And he's saying what I've been told, like that. He is literally telling the story about how he heard about this, and he's lying. He's choosing to lie about this. Okay. He's intentionally omitting the truth after messaging me earlier in the day to tell me I got your back. No, you fucking don't. No, you don't. Now listen to, and remember, how does the Boston Globe and all these other media outlets like to pretend like they found out about Turtleboy? They always say the same thing. Oh, there was discussion on social media backlash. That's code word for I read it on Turtleboy, but I'm just going to call it social media because that's where people were talking about the Turtleboy article was on social media. Yeah, keep hitting that like, folks. Give us a like and a thumbs up if you haven't done so already. Now listen to what he says here.
That kind of put up a stink about the tree, and then everything broke loose, you know, in terms of social media and it being escalated. But there was really no leadership to step in place and say, hey, we're not going to do this, right? Even from the top, everyone was just too afraid to try to make a decision. And unfortunately, this is where we landed, right? We're in national news, international news. And it's unfortunate, but, you know, again, like Marianne said, I think it's going to motivate people to stand up.
Social media backlash. Just listening to him talk to, it's just like he had no plan going into this. There was no plan to mention me. If you had an actual plan to mention you would just fucking do it. It would be the first thing that you did. You would get it in. You know that your time is limited, right? You know that this is not going to be an hour-long fucking podcast for you. That they're going to give you 2 minutes at most to say what you have to say. So you better hurry up and fucking say it. And it's not your first time on Jesse Waters. You were on there last week. You know better than this. If you're a man, Jason, I'll accept your apology, but you need to fucking apologize for this shit, because that shit's not right. I don't want your fucking money. I don't want your fucking sweatshirts. I don't want any of that fucking shit. That means nothing to me. I can get more money. I don't get a chance to get fucking seen on Jesse Waters very fucking often. And for that, you owe me a big fucking apologies. Okay. Don't pretend to be a supporter of what I do. And again, it's the fact that you messaged me during the day to tell me you were going to do something and then didn't do it. That is the most fucked up part about this. Let's play some more.
Up for what they believe in. And I think it in the long run will most likely bring a lot of folks in town together. So,
well, Merry Christmas, you guys. I'm glad it had such a unifying message and effect. And you also got rid of the psycho at your Human Rights Commission. So,
yeah, we need to get rid of the Human Rights Commission.
like that's it. Oh, it's just a wisecrack about the human rights. Oh, how about those human rights commissions? Bunch of left-wing groups, huh? They're so dumb. Like that's another chance. He's letting you talk some more there, dude. I knew at this point, I'm like, this motherfucker's just not going to mention me. He's sitting there smiling. Like, you see the smile on his face. Like, he's just happy to be, I get to chuckle it up with Jesse Waters. I'm on TV. Look, Mom, I'm famous. I have my Dedham sweatshirt on. This is so cool. Again, I don't want to hold grudges, but like, dude, say you're fucking sorry, dude, Jason. You need to say you're sorry, because that shit was fucked up. What you did to me yesterday, you claim to be a supporter, man. I'm not going to lie. When that happened, man, I was so furious and I was depressed as shit. I'm just like, I wanted to give up. Like, that's what I honestly felt like. I was like, fuck Dedham. Fuck these people there. Why the fuck did I help them out? What am I doing all this for? Like, I help his fucking, he's Mr. Conservative. You should see the amount of fucking stories this guy sends me, guys. It's all the time. So he basically expects me to just, am I your fucking bitch, dude? That's what you consider me? I'm like your fucking bitch. You're going to send me all the stories about the water commission or whatever the fuck is going on in your town politics, and you want me to write about it? And in return, you're willing to do fucking nothing. Your compensation for all my fucking work and labor, and you value me and all this, and you can't even fucking mention me. You can't even learn my fucking name. You think my name is fucking Clarence, dude? Again, Jason, I don't want to hate you, but be a man and say sorry. That's it. Be a fucking man. Message me tomorrow and say, I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to get your hopes up. That was fucked up. I had a chance to say your name and I just fucking froze, and I fucked up, and I'm deeply sorry, and I'm going to make it up to you. If he messaged me tomorrow and said that, I would have an ounce of respect for him. But as of right now, I have no fucking respect for this man. None. Because I'm like, what am I doing here? I make this blog, I put myself out of the line, and this is a supporter. This is a guy who claims, oh, we have your back. No. Fuck that. Fuck that. I'm not wrong for thinking this, and fuck anybody who thinks I am, who thinks I'm being too hard on this guy. I'm being too nice on this guy, quite frankly. I'm holding back, quite frankly. So anyway, if we read the message again, even the liberals are on here chronicling it all. It's like, I was the one that fucking wrote about it. I'm the one that got them all set. And so the first thing I messaged to him, I'm so furious after watching that, dude. Like, ask my kids. I was like furious, and they couldn't tell why. And I'm just like, you have to be kidding me. And I was depressed, man. I'm just like, I'm never gonna get a break. I'm never gonna get the credit that I've earned. Never gonna get it. If this is what a supporter is, then how the fuck can I ever make it anywhere? You know? And so this is his response to me. He should have worn turtle. Again, I would have given him one. I would have driven to Dedham and given him one if I knew he was going to be on TV. And he goes, dude, they weren't having it. They weren't having it. Then fucking make them have it. Then don't go on. Tell them I'm not going on. Why do you want to be on if you can't do it? I told the girl next to me, I assume that's the woman. I'm not sure. We need to plug Turtleboy. And I was mic'd. What does that mean? So I don't even do you guys know what he was saying there? We need to plug Turtleboy, and I was mic'd. What does mic'd mean? So I had the mic on, and who was the girl? Like, why even say we need to plug Turtleboy? Don't even say it. Just fucking plug it, man. Just plug it. It takes two. They're not going to tell you no. They're not going to be like, no, we can't say that. And if they do, then you just say whatever. And again, they silenced his mic. I'm not terrible. They're just lying. This is a lie. He's making up excuses. This is a lie. I know a lie when I see one. And this is just a lie. Like, that's all this is. And if what Carrie is saying there is that they silenced his mic, it's like, but they didn't silence it because I heard him talk. So these are excuses, right? These are excuses. Every news outlet's taking credit. Yeah, they are. They are. And you had the opportunity to do something about it, and you didn't. They gave you a chance to correct the record, and you were like, nope. Let me crack jokes with Jesse about the Human Rights Commission. Stupid liberals. They rushed us off before I could thank anyone. And there were several people. You were at the top. I was trying, man. This made it. When I saw this message, guys, it made it so much worse to me. I'm like, then I really shit. You don't want to see what I wrote after this. I'll just tell you. I mean, it wasn't even that bad. I'll tell you what I wrote after this. But I'm like, first of all, they rushed us off before I could thank. They didn't rush you. They gave you 3 minutes, dude. That's an eternity to appear on national television. You have 3 minutes and you were rushed. How long did you think you were going to have before I could thank anyone? And there were several people. Who the fuck else did you want to thank? Like, did you think that you were going to get up there and read like, yeah, so I want to thank the following 20 people. First of all, let's start with Turtleboy. Do you think did you envision, have you ever watched cable news before? That's not how any of this works. I was trying, man. No, you weren't. And that's like, don't, what's the word? Not pander, but just don't lie to me. You know, don't play me like I'm stupid. I know what trying looks like. That was not trying. That was not trying. That was insulting what you did. Insulting. Furious about it. So, I mean, I got people messaging me all fucking day. Now, Matt Walsh talked about it. And it's the same thing. Like, he doesn't know the whole story. And like it's just every fucking hour, I get another person messaging me. Oh, did you see this? This person wrote about it. No credit. Yeah, that's because Fox News didn't say anything because Jason Brogan had a chance to correct the record and he chose not to. He chose to make jokes about the Human Rights Commission instead. So I said to him in response, I said, I go, I'm all set with, I was just so furious. I didn't want to yell at him. I just said, I'm all set with the sweatshirt. Don't want any donations either. Cause he had said earlier, like, oh, we're going to get a bunch of people to donate. First of all, you didn't. I've gotten $0 in donations from Dedham. 0. So that's a fucking lie too. So that's like, at least if you're going to say, oh, we all have your back, we're going to donate to you. I didn't ask for you to do that, but you said that was going to happen. And I've gotten 0 donations, including from you. I got nothing from you. Okay. Nothing. There's nothing fucking stopping you from donating. You chose not to. You chose to get my fucking hopes up, and that's it. So I just messaged him. At this point, I don't want your fucking money because I'm almost more insulted by it. I'm all set with your fucking money, right? I don't want your donations. He was going to send me a Dedham sweatshirt. I was going to rock it. Not anymore. No, all set fucking with Dedham. You know, I'm all set with your sweatshirt. Won't accept it. Thanks anyway. That's all he said. And then he goes, everyone knows I support you. And he sends me a screenshot. Sounds like he's saying Fox News told him. First of all, it's a lie. I don't believe that for a second. I do not believe Fox News told him that he couldn't plug Turtleboy. And if they did, then the correct response to that is, then I'm not coming on your fucking show. You make a stand. If you're a supporter of the fucking blog and a corporate controlled media outlet, it's like, well, you can't mention this blog that broke the fucking story. Then why the fuck are you supporting them? Why are you going on there? You're doing the exact opposite of everything that we believe in. Then you say, fuck you then, Fox News. I'm not going on your fucking show. Fuck that. It's either a lie or it's fucking ballless bullshit from Jason Brogan. Yeah. You just say it. It's a, you know how I know it's a lie? Because we got audio of our girl, Katie Lawson, at what point, 1753. Watch this. On Tucker, which is a much bigger show.
Oh, let me try that again.
Has handed over,
Can you guys hear this?
her badge to hecklers. I mean, all of these stories about her are on TV Daily News, and they're all with references. Like she's dangerous. She's dangerous. And
there you go. It takes 2 seconds. That's it. She just fucking mentioned it. Did Tucker say like, oh, you can't say that? No. So he's fucking lying. Like, let's just call it what it is. It's a fucking lie. It's a lie. He completely fucked up. Instead of just owning it, he lied to me. So he sends me this message when he's like, I support you. He sends me a screenshot. Let me read the message that he posted. It's good to see people finally getting pissed off and speaking up for what they believe in. There is hope that we can course correct our town, the county, and maybe the state. They can't hurt you. They are cowards. They are weak. They will fold when challenged, or as we saw with Diane Loud, they'll implode and commit social suicide. Over 24 people felt it important enough to contact the Turtle. I was not one of them. It was good to hear him say that he was flooded with information. It tells me people are waking up. It's not just Christmas trees they want to eliminate. It's all spiritual representation. They want a representation of a higher power gone. They want the government to be our Lord and Savior. Don't let it happen. Keep speaking out and challenging them. So where in that post is he says that everyone knows I support you? How does that post show you're supporting me? What? If he goes, if I had the opportunity to get it out, I would have. That's what really pissed me off. It's like, dude, don't play me for a fucking fool, man. If I had the opportunity to get it out, you would. You did have the opportunity. You did. I mean, I saw you on TV. You had a long fucking time to say it. You mentioned social media backlash. You mentioned 1 or 2 people that are the cause of this. You had ample opportunity to. You chose not to. And so all I said in response, again, this is me being very polite. I said, you and I have very different definitions of what support is. I go, do you know how hard I work? What I put into this? And he goes, I do. I've been following you for years. Well, you think my name is Clarence, so I don't know how much you've been following, but if you did follow the blog, then you would know how important this moment was for me. You were the guy that could have helped me out. Instead, you talked about yourself. All I said was, I'm disgusted, and I don't really want to talk to you or anyone right now. I'm angry. I'm sad. I'm depressed, and I don't want to talk to you. And you should sense that. And the fact that you're not saying sorry right now kind of tells me a lot about you. And he goes, I know you bust your ass and go above and beyond. And then this is the last thing I mentioned. I'll just read what I wrote to you. Okay. I said, yes, well, you had 3 opportunities to just mention me, but you made wisecracks about the Human Rights Commission and chuckled with Jesse instead. He took credit with breaking the story and getting them to back down. You sat there. My stories get stolen all the time. And this is one of the biggest professional opportunities I've ever had. You got me all excited for nothing. You had a chance to show that you really support the work I do, and you said nothing. I'm not really interested in hearing your excuses right now. That's it. And I left it at that. He's read the message. He hasn't responded to it. That tells me a lot about him, that he can't even fucking respond to that. Again, he's at 24 hours. The words you're looking for, Jason, are I'm sorry. I'm sorry for messaging you and telling you I was going to mention you on the show. That was obviously a lie. I had no intention of doing that. Like, obviously, my bad. But I'm going to message you the next time the fucking dog catcher writes something on Facebook that I don't like. Yeah. So that's what I think. I mean, that's just disgusting. So if you guys ever get on Fox News, please just either mention me or just don't tell me you're going to mention me, and then don't mention me. So whatever you want to do, but just don't do what he did, because that was really fucking shitty. So not just 3 opportunities, 3 minutes. Yeah. That's the thing. Jesse just gave him an open-ended go. Say whatever the fuck you want. Rant for 45 seconds. Do what you got to do, and didn't do it. So let me see if I have any more donos I can bring up here. We do have, let's see. Do have a couple here. Let me bring them up. First, we have one from our friend Benny. That was civil, concise, and yeah, it's like, and I tried to bite my tongue. I'm just like, I was so mad at him, but I was also hurt, and I wanted him to know that. Like, dude, I was really counting on this. You really got my hopes up for no fucking reason. Like, that's a dick move, man. That was a really dick move to do that to somebody that you claim to support. Like, why would you do that? You had way more time to talk to you than Katie. Katie, you got it all out, and like, fuck, you were like Micro Machine up there. He's up there just like he had no plan. Like, I'm sure Katie Lawson, when she went into that, she had a fucking plan. She's like, I'm going to name drop him this way. And he should have had a fucking plan, but he didn't. He's like, well, I'll just go up there and wing it. Me and Jesse will shoot the shit. Liberals, stupid libs. Anyway, let me please change Adam to Jay. Please, I messed. Okay. So this is from Benny. He says, you're a threat to the networks. He sends $25. Not giving a shit and sounding scripted is a requirement for these assholes. You're absolutely right about that. It does sound so scripted with them, doesn't it? People are desperate for passionate journalists. You'll have the diehard fans for life. Well, thank you, Benny. I really appreciate that. And that's the thing. It's like, yeah, it sucks. It's stifle my growth. I want to get bigger, obviously. I love you people. Without you, I'm shit. Like, let's be perfectly honest. And so the real Turtle Riders know the deal, and that's you people. You know the deal, and you're not going anywhere. And so I really appreciate that. So thank you, Benny. We got 25 from Steve. He says, many people in Dedham appreciate what you did. Trust me. Whenever a topic where something controversial or unethical is discussed, everyone says you should inform Turtleboy. They never say 7 News or Fox. Turtleboy is the people's voice. More people appreciate you than you know. Well, first of all, thank you very much, Steven, for the $25. But more importantly, thank you for the kind words there. I really appreciate that. I do want to address something that you said there, where it says whenever a topic or something is controversial and unethical is discussed, everyone says you should inform Turtleboy. They never say Fox News or Fox, right? And I get that, and that's great. I love that. But at the same time, it's like, and I'm sure you probably would have mentioned me. It's like, but Jason Brogan, like, who made him the spokesperson for conservatives in Dedham? What's he ever been elected to? Like, what does he serve as? He lost when he ran for selectman. Didn't win. And so, like, I get it. People want to come to me with the stories and blah, blah, blah. It's like, but real support, this is how you get the real support, is going on Fox News. And again, it's no one else's fault in Dedham. It's just him. But like, this is how you get the actual support. And I really appreciate that people are messaging me about this. And I'm going to continue to do it. I'm not going to not write about that. Of course I am. If I get another story from Dedham, I do the same thing tomorrow. Of course, So I appreciate that. And I'm glad that people do appreciate that. That does mean a lot. But it's just disappointing. Next one is from Sex Cult Captain. Ooh, let's see what Sex Cult Captain has to say. Oh, God. Here's the Adam thing. Okay. How dare you offend the legend? Oh, this is Jason. Jason, how dare you offend the legendary leader, my Big Daddy Aidan? You, sir, should be ashamed. All for what? you to get 15 minutes of fame. Fuck out of here. Next time, shop in the better section of Goodwill. Sincerely, Sex Cult Captain. So thank you, Sex Cult Captain. I think we all know who you are, Carrie T. Do appreciate that. Again, if anybody else would like to donate, the link is at the top. You can click on that. You can donate whatever amount of money you want and write a message. We also got here I'm on Cash App. We just got a Cash App, $50. Thank you much for Patricia Brosnahan, who sends 50 and says, because that guy sucked and Jesse Waters sucks. So thank you. I appreciate that. So, okay. All right, cool. If anybody, why don't we do a little Ask Turtleboy? If you guys have any questions, fire away. If not, we'll call it a night. Anything you guys want to talk about? Thank you, Carrie. You're too kind. You're too kind. Captain of the Sex Cult. Oh, I got another donut. Is that what people said? Let me check. We do have another donut. Oh, from the cadet. Turtle Cadet. See what he's got to say. He says, Jason Bogart, I think it's, Bogarted the opportunity of a lifetime. In 3 minutes, he went from hero to zero. Again, thank you very much, Cadet. I don't want to have any long-term issues with Jason. I mean him. No animosity. I'm willing to give him the doubt that he just wasn't ready for prime time. No pun intended. He just wasn't ready for the moment, and he just fucked up, and he froze, and he forgot. And I'm all for that. Like, if he messages me and he says that, and I'm sorry, and that's cool. But just don't message me and treat me like I'm stupid and tell me that, like, they weren't allowed to, and all. Like, that's fucking bullshit. You know that's not true. And that's just a stupid excuse. So I think being on Tucker is 1,000. Oh, of course. Totally is. Totally. I'd much rather be on Tucker. Totally. But says you had some epic rants tonight. Yeah, I'm sure the production people will turn it into that. I get a little fired up with these issues, you know. Let's see. Since you're sad and upset, is now a good time to run. Oh, come on. Jesus Christ, Carrie. Oh my God, she's funny. Anybody else have any questions? Is there any footage out there of Brett accusing me of being a turtle cadet? Oh, there's tons of it, dude. But unfortunately, you'd have to watch 100 hours of Brett coughing in order to actually find it. That's the problem, is finding content that he said, because his streams are like 5 hours long and they talk about nothing most of the time, except for Connie. So good, but he said it dozens of times. He is convinced that you're Turtle Cadet, which is fucking hilarious. Because I've met both of you. You're at different stages in life, both of you. All right. Skipping over what comment? What comment? What comment are you talking about? Yeah, the tree is up. They had a meeting tonight I was planning on going, but then I had my kid's Christmas pageant. So that's obviously got to come first. So, anybody else have any questions they want to talk about? Anything they want to say? Thank you. And Katie says, I was talking to Sean on the way and how I fit in. Well, that's cool. Thank you, Katie. I appreciate that. It's, I would do the same to somebody that I respected and that I wanted to help out. You would find a way to make it happen. Period. So true. I wonder who Goop Swallow is. She sounds like, what? Yeah, I don't even know I don't even know what a Goop Swallower is. So yeah, I love Deb. It's just basically I think I'm just reformatting what I'm doing here. I just don't want to have the role of a it's nothing against Deb. It's just I don't want to have the role of a co-host. I'm looking for something different in the job, and I'm going to be kind of posting that I'm looking for something. I'm looking for more of a technical producer, and that would be somebody that like just really does hardcore research into everything. I love Deb. She's a great supporter of the show. I loved having her on, having her up here. She's always welcome back whenever the hell she wants to come up here. I guess I'm just looking to do something different with that role that I wasn't intentionally planning on doing, if that makes sense. And yeah, I just want to see what else. Like, I don't even know what I want to do with that role completely, but I want somebody who has, I don't know. It's hard to put it the way. Like, I don't know. I don't even know what I want for the role, to be perfectly honest with you. So that's why I'm going to be doing it alone for a little bit, basically until I figure out exactly what I need, if that makes sense. Brett's public challenge. What challenge? Who's he challenging now? Is he challenging Cadet to something? Who's he challenging? What challenge? Is the stuff that Brett's wife spits into his mouth? I have no clue what you guys are talking about that. Branch is still on for the 20th. That's correct. We will be there in Brockton for that. Oh, yeah. It's like, to be perfectly clear, I love Deb. She's great. You know, it's just, I don't know what I want to do with that spot, basically. And before I make it too permanent, you know, it's like I just want to think about what I want to do with that position and the role that I want it to be, you know? I did hear that he's got a restraining order. He's challenging me to what? Is it an apple eating contest? Because I think I'll win that. Are we going to eat a whole apple? Or I don't know. Can we gleek? Can we do a gleeking contest? Maybe we can do that. What's he challenging me to? I'm generally curious. What are we doing here? What are we doing? I will get back to you. I believe it's at 2 p.m. KP's court date is on Friday. I want to hear more about this challenge. What's the challenge now? Something about wives. What if anyone, I'd be interested. What? He wants me to go against his wife? Why would I have nothing against his wife? Why would I go against, why are we hiding behind women? He's hiding behind a woman. Is that what you're saying? The challenge is you and him and the wives debate what? Like, what are we debating? What he really said that? He wants the wives to debate? What are you talking about, dude? Like, you know, what? Huh? So you're hiding behind your wife? That's the gayest thing I've ever heard. Is he afraid to just debate me? Because I've offered to have him come up here several times and he refuses to. I'll even go on his stupid channel if he wants. If he'll actually let me talk, which I doubt he would. But I don't hide behind women, dude. Maybe you do, but I don't. So that sounds really fucking gay, whatever he's offering. That sounds cowardly, dude. You're afraid to debate me? He definitely didn't challenge me to a driving contest because we both know he doesn't have a license or a car. I think I would win that one hands down. Hands down. Okay, so people are sending me this. Okay, so should I read it? I mean, I'll just humor this just to read it because this is the first time I'm hearing about this. So, because again, I mean, this is what, does he want attention or something? I don't get it. So this is just got sent it. Let's see what it says. Public challenge issued. have me and my wife on. What? With me and your, like, when have I ever involved the mother of my children in anything? Like, why would I do that? That's never been a part of this show or blog ever. That you know that, like, so what are you trying to accomplish here, sir? Your channel, and let's see who supports who, and more importantly, why. So what's he trying to get out here? That the mother of my children doesn't support me? What the fuck does that prove? Like, what are you afraid to talk about to me face to face about whatever is bothering you, Brett? About why you're so mad at the world? Is that, I don't get what you're talking about here, sir. My wife has accepted this challenge, Turtleboy. At least tag me, dude, so I'll see it. I didn't even see this. How the fuck like, does he think I'm a public challenge? Like, dude, nobody goes to your fucking channel. How the fuck would I even see this? Like, literally no one has even brought this up until right now. How long has this been up for? I don't even know. Literally the first time I'm seeing this. My wife has accepted this challenge, Turtleboy. Will she accept it too? No, I'm quite positive she won't. Because not everybody likes to get into, YouTube flame wars. Some people are 5th grade teachers and they're too mature to be involved in YouTube flame wars with unemployed people in Lewiston, Maine. That's like humiliating, dude. This is humiliating. Like, you finally agree to debate me and you have to hide behind your wife. I eagerly await your excuses, ma'am. Your show, 2 wives, 2 cups. Bet you don't, twat fart. Well, it's not really my choice, Brett, sir. I'm pretty sure it would be declined by her because my family has nothing to do with what I do. They don't even like what I do, to be perfectly honest with you. They don't like, I want to get too into it, but it's like, trust me, ain't happening. I would do it, but there's other parties that wouldn't do it. Let's just put it that way. So anyway, if anybody else has any questions, it's like, I guess that's his way. What is that, his way of like being like, yo, he wouldn't face me? It's like, because you're hiding behind a woman. Like, why don't you just face me, man to man? Let's talk, So, and who wants to hear from women? Like, what are they going to say? Like, what? His wife already supports him by paying his bills and giving him rides everywhere. Yeah, it's like, that's all this is. This is just clout chasing. The man is desperate for attention. I also saw, I guess, like, wasn't he like begging Irish Demon for attention or some shit? Like, this is sad. Like, oh, more Connie. Okay, things are going great over there. And then look at this one. He tags Irish Demon. Look how sad this is, dude. He tags Irish Demon and he goes, thought you'd like this. This is one of the saddest things I've ever seen, ladies and gentlemen. This is like, he's so desperate for attention from anyone with a large platform that he's like, oh, Turtleboy has beef with Irish Demon. I'm going to lick this guy's balls, tag him in a post, be like, hey, Irish Demon, check it out. I got your back. We're friends now, right? I like you now, right? And does the Irish Demon even respond to this? 0. Oh, he's got 4 comments. Let's see who commented. Did Irish Demon comment? Did Irish Demon like this? Let's see what happens. Oh, no, it's just Lauren De Laguna mocking him. That is peak cringe, my dude. Peak cringe. You're begging for attention from people publicly, and you can't even get it. Yikes. So I guess couldn't get attention from him, from the 400-pound man. So I guess you had to try to get it from me. Like Kyle says here, interesting gang of people opposing me. Yeah, Michelle Olsen, Meals on Wheels there. She has been on Twitter. She's just you should see this woman. She goes by Lounge Lizard on Twitter, and every day she just tweets about me 24/7. Like, it's fucking fascinating. And, again, I made a bunch of donos last week from the people just out of the Troll Homeo guy. He made me a couple $100 last week. That was sweet. So yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. Anybody else have any other questions they want to talk about? That's exactly it. Exactly. And he knows that. And that's why he knows. He basically issued a challenge here that I have no control over, and that he knows what's going to happen because I have no control over that. So it's not really my choice. Yeah. So Michelle Olsen she was a supporter of the blog who was one of the dozen or so people that just decided with the breakup with Krusty Panties that she was going to go Krusty Panties. And she was very obsessed. I remember Michelle Olsen sent me a message like, you went to Disney and you were raising money. I want to complete. And I donated $10. She said, I donated $10. And I want to know, where did that money go to? Did that go to Disney? Oh, no, it didn't. But you gave $10 to the blog. However I fucking spend it, I spend it. And meanwhile, now, how much do Krusty Panties raise for fucking lawsuits? Yeah. So Michelle I think she's in a wheelchair. She's had some pity party GoFundMe's or whatever. She has something going on. And again, I would never make fun of someone because they were in a wheelchair. But if you're a psychopath cunt like she is, I will bring that up. Like, I'm like, she's making a lot of jokes. Like, oh man, Michelle, you don't really stand for anything, huh? You don't really stand at all. But I digress. I'm like, you need to, Michelle, you got to get off Twitter. Go out and go for a walk or something. Or at least do some wheelies. I know the walking part's going to be hard. So yeah, I don't really give a shit. If good, she's a miserable fucking cunt. And just because she's in a wheelchair doesn't mean she's any less of a cunt. So anybody else? Anybody else have any questions? If not, we'll call it a night. Give you guys 30 seconds. The challenge. That's too funny. That is fucking funny. Lounge Lizard. Just don't. Their name is Michelle Olsen, and I totally forgot who it was. I thought it was KP the whole time, and then I just searched Michelle Olsen in the inbox. I mean, I searched Lounge Lizard in the inbox, and I used to talk to Michelle, and so a bunch of messages come up from Lounge Lizard, and it's like it's Michelle Olsen saying, "Hey, I'm going to go start using my Lounge Lizard account." And now I'm like, I screenshotted that, and I'm like, hey, I respond to Lounge Lizard. I'm like, hey, Michelle Olsen, why don't you just use your real name? It's like, obviously we know it's you. And she's like, no, just Michelle Olsen gave me that account. Michelle Olsen made that account, and then she gave me the login. Okay, sure thing. It's just like, at that point, you realize you're dealing with a psychopath who has nothing better to do. This woman lives in Illinois. And she spends her entire fucking day thinking about a blog and dwelling about it and doing research for a child abusing woman for what? Oh yeah, because she can't walk. That's why. So she has literally nothing better to do. So this is what she's doing with her time. The best thing to come out of is you got to see who your real followers. Yeah, I mean, I didn't really lose many followers to Brett. I mean, who did I lose to Brett? Like, let's go down the list. There's like, and the people that I lost, they're still watching. We know that they're watching still. And we know Rashana. Hi, Rashana. We know you're still watching. We know Diane's watching, obviously. She's just not allowed to comment. I dare you to comment, Diane. We know you can't. Brett's watching. It's a big no-no. Can we offer Brett an exercise challenge? Or drinking abstinence contest. Yeah. Did Kyle K ever prove she has cancer? No, she still hasn't yet. They're still waiting on that. So we'll see. I don't think you're smart, Mike Latoris. Mike Latoris. See how you do an IQ test. It's a good question. I'm not very smart. I'm very stupid, actually. Oh, yeah, we forgot about Savvy Bear. I mean, I felt bad for her. I feel like she's one of those people. I don't think she can drive a car either. Don't hold me to that. Like, I had her on the show one time during a Bruins game, and I don't know if she's like special needs or something, but she clearly just wants to belong to something. And I do feel bad for her in some regard. But yeah, it's like her and I don't know, a couple others, but I'm like, who gives a shit about these people? These people are nobody to me. Like, why do I care? Things are not going well for Chrissy. I got Linda Andino is back on my team. She's been messaging me. Linda Andino wants to come on the show, and I think we should allow it because Linda Andino is always entertaining. And she's turned on. Remember, she was Team Turtleboy, and then she went Team Chrissy for a while. And now it appears as if she's Team Turtleboy again, and she's sending me all the tea on Chrissy, except I don't understand what she's saying. Let me just read her messages here. I'll just read them out loud because I don't even know what the fuck she's saying sometimes. Okay, so let me read a Linda Andino message. This is some messages I got from Linda Andino today. Okay. She goes, and she doesn't screenshot messages. She just copies and pastes them. And she's like, here's what Chrissy said. Instead of sending me a screenshot, she always just copies and pastes it. So it looks like she's saying it, but it's actually Chrissy saying it. And I'm like, just read a small. She is a deranged mental fucking person. She does everything so fucking sneaky, but she can't get a fucking thing by me. I listen to every fucking word she says. I have a photographic memory. And do you remember you telling me that first place in Vermont that you went to? And you said to me, oh, I got to shoot my gun. I got to shoot my gun. The next place I asked you, did you get to shoot your gun? You said, oh no, I would never shoot my gun across states. I didn't know that you couldn't use your gun out of the state of Massachusetts. Now I do. That's me talking to her. Oh, okay. You fucking called me this morning and you went off like a fucking skyrocket blaming me for everything. Got my morning completely fucked up. But you think it's okay to do that to other people's lives because your life is so fucking miserable because Ray controls every fucking move you make. You can't take a shit without him wiping your fucking ass. And then it's just them going back and forth. And then she sends me some pictures of what appears to be Chrissy wiretapping other people. And she claims that Chrissy hired a special investigator for $1,000 to follow Hadassah around, which would be a violation of the order, which would be fucking wild if she actually did that. But the question is, can Linda prove any of this? Because I don't understand a word Linda's saying some of the times. It's really hard to understand Linda's text messages. And she sends me a message and it's like, okay. So she sends me this picture of Chrissy. I don't know if you guys can see this. She sends me this picture of Chrissy and I'm like, what the fuck is that? And there's another picture of Chrissy and I'm like, what the fuck is that? And she goes, we have to do a show. I can tell everything. We got to get this bitch. I called Hadassah. I left Joelle a message as well. I spoke to Hadassah, but I talked to Teresa. We have to leave her out of it because she's a good person. But I want to tell the story of everything she has done since that court date, the money receipts, trying to pay me off to lie for her. Oh, that's interesting. I'm going to bury her in court. If Chrissy fucking trusted Linda Andino. Oh my God. And all the shit she says about Kate and Shannon, she wouldn't be seen dead next to them. Imagine Kate showing up to court in the terry cloth look like a towel that she had around her because Kate was at court that day, but she had to leave because the court was until 1, but Chrissy's lawyer put it at 8:30 to avoid you guys at 1. They said, no, it's at 1, but it was supposed to be at 8:30 so that you guys couldn't be in court. She paid a little extra for that. I have no idea what she's saying. You have no idea the things I know about that dirty, rotten, deranged, fucking cum guzzling fat whore. Her mother should have swallowed her. And then she sends me those 2 pictures of Chrissy. Then she says, she goes, oh my God, this This just proves you were involved in the break-in of my house and stole my safe. She's accusing Chrissy of hiring people to break into her house and steal her safe. I am pissing myself laughing. This cunt broke in my house and stole my safe. She was involved. She paid $1,000 to 2 junkies to break into my house and steal the phone with the evidence of the Saugus Police Department. This stupid bitch was on video camera with the person that she was paid, that she paid 2 people. I just found all this out not even 15 minutes ago. Watch the next pictures I'm going to show you. These were boxes that were packed. She was on a video call. You see her fucking face. I just got the SD card. I don't know what an SD card is. And she's on the fucking thing. And the people said that she paid them $1,000 each. She's going to jail for a long time. So I look at these pictures. So check this out. So this is a picture of some type of, I don't know if it's Linda's house or something. It looks like a fucking sty, basically. And if you'll notice in the bottom corner there, that's the image of Chrissy. So this is a screenshot of a FaceTime. This is, oh, great. Did the light go out on it? Oh, wait. Hold on. So this is the screenshot of a FaceTime. And that's her in the bottom. So whoever took this screenshot was FaceTiming Chrissy, or no. This is Chrissy screenshotting it, right? If her face is in the bottom right-hand corner, then this would be Chrissy screenshotting. And then how the fuck did Linda get this? But that's definitely Chrissy in the corner there. And here's another, and then the other one, it's a screenshot. You see Chrissy in the corner there? And I don't know who the fuck Raphael Taylor is, but Biddleford, Maine. She goes, look in the right-hand corner. That's Chrissy having them go through my boxes that are all packed up. She's on my SD card. What the fuck is an SD card? I just read the blogs exactly. Oh, man. This is so confusing. I don't know. I don't even know what the fuck's going on because I don't understand anything Linda Andino says. But I got to get Linda on here because I need to know more about this. Because what the hell is anybody know what an SD card is? We need Linda on here. Linda, are you watching right now? Are you watching right now? I'm going to text her. Are you watching right now? We're going to set up a time to talk to Linda Andino. So it's a memory card. But this screenshot, we all agree that's the screenshot I just showed you there. That's Chrissy took that screenshot because Chrissy's face is in the bottom right-hand corner. And Linda seems to be saying that somebody broke into her apartment and looked for some sort of documents that Chrissy paid 2 junkies to break into Linda's apartment. And that the evidence she has of that is that Chrissy was FaceTiming them while they were doing it. But why would Chrissy screenshot her? Like she would make herself guilty, right? And then how? I don't get it. I'm so fucking confused. I don't get it. Then I go, she goes, look in the right. She paid these 2 men to break into my house and steal my phone with my dog's evidence from Saugus. That dirty fucking whore. The SD card that's inside my Alexa and the cameras in my room. I have cameras in my house as well. They all have SD cards in them. The pictures are of her on a video call with the people she had break into my house. Cunt is right there on the fucking video call. I blew the picture up. She's been behind this whole fucking time. She's on the lower right-hand corner of a video call. That picture is a room I had boxes packed in. They broke the boxes open, trashed the place, and then stole the safe in the bedroom. The safe had the phone that had the videos, entire videos of those Saugus Police Department and what they did. That was my only evidence. She stole it. She paid $2,000 for this. I just can't believe I'm in shock. What the fuck was I thinking to ever speak to this parasite ever again? I have a lot of questions. I don't really know everything that's going on there, but that's wild shit. So we need to get Linda Andino on the show, bottom line. All right. Anybody else have any other questions? Is Chris? No, she's a drama addict. That's what she is. She's a drama addict. She's a bit of a hua, too. A bit of a hua. And I don't really... It's like... she's insane. Double crossing people and using people as secret agents. She's fucking insane that she's facing jail time for the felony wiretapping charge on Adasa, and she's still playing games like this and fucking around with it. She fired the other lawyer, Maloney, because he wanted her to take a deal and just plead guilty and take a deal, and she wouldn't do that. She wants to take it to trial, so definitely that. I would say sex deprived. All right. Anybody else have any other questions? All right. It's 11 o'clock. So it's been a good show. I think we're going to call it a night now. So we will see you guys all on Thursday. Some of you peeps for Turtle Club. Go ahead and sign up for Turtle Club if you haven't, guys, already. Seriously, though, just a reminder, guys, hit up the Turtleboy store if you haven't done so already. I'm going to put a link to the store in the chat here. We have a lot of great stuff on there. We got gift cards on there. Get your family member a gift card. It's right on there. They just get a code. They can use it anytime they want to buy whatever they want from the Turtleboy store. You'll be the most loved person on Christmas this year. It's a great gift for whatever, stocking stuffers, who knows. So get on there. There is the link. And thank you guys all for everything and for the support and all that stuff. And we will see you guys all for the next episode of Turtleboy Live on Saturday night. Peace, Turtle Riders.